In the last tutorial, you've been given a practice question to calculate the BMI. To calculate the BMI, you need to enter the username and the height in meters and the weight. So your inputs are going to be the username, the height in meter, and the weight. Then you have to calculate the BMI using the formula given, which is BMI equals weight over height squared. Finally, the last step in your code will be to print the value calculated for the BMI. I already created a new project named it user input, and inside this project I have created a file, a CPP file, and called it BMI calculator. Inside this file I have put all the basic parts of any C++ code. So the first step I'm going to do is to declare my variables. I have the first variable. I need to put the name of the user, or the name of the person who wants to calculate his or her BMI. So to do that, I'll need to declare a variable of type string and call it a meaningful name. So I'll call this, let's say, username. Remember, there is no space, so I'll use here an underscore between user and name. So this is the variable for the name of my user. Now I need variables for the weight as well as for the height, and also for the result of the calculation, or the BMI. These variables can be double or float because there is a probability that these variables will have some decimal point. So I'll make them double, and I'll put them all these three variables on the same line. So I'm gonna put first the weight, and then the height separated by comma, as you can see, and the last thing is the BMI, semicolon. Since I have a variable of type string, I need to declare a new preprocessor. This is obligatory every time you have a variable of type string, to be able to read and print the variable of type string. So I'll have to go up here and add this new preprocessor, which is called string. So all I have to do is to hash include, and then I'll add here string. That's it. Now I can start putting my input. So the first thing I'm going to do is to add a prompt message to read the name. So I'll go here and I'll put cout, for example, enter name. Can add a space here, and then this is a prompt message that will appear to show the user what he should enter at the time. Now I'm gonna read the values, so cin for the name, and then user name. Here it is. You can just click here, double click, that will occur. I repeat the same for the weight and height, so copy paste. So I'll just change here. Now enter weight, and I'll change here the variable is going to be, in this case, weight. Again, paste. I'm gonna change here height, and I'm gonna read here the height. By that I have read all the values needed. Now it's time to start the process. So I'll start by putting down I'll just put here a comment process, and I'll start doing my process. So to calculate the BMI, you'll use this formula, very popular formula. BMI equals the weight in kilogram divided by the height square. So I'll just add braces, and I'll put here height times height, and then semicolon. Now that I calculated the BMI, I want to print the result. So I'll put here cout, and then I'll put here the BMI equals and then I'll put here the value calculated, which is the BMI. It has to be in small because my variable is in small letter. Now I need to start compiling and finding the output for my code. So Control and F5. I have here the output screen, and I need to start putting the name. So let's say the name is John. I need the weight. The weight should be in kilograms. So let's say he's 70 kilogram. And the height is gonna be in meters. So let's say that this person is 1 meter and 1.8 meter. And then I'm gonna press enter, and I have here the BMIs. You can see 21.6. We're not sure here if this is normal or overweight or underweight, but I have here a website. I have find it online. It's called the BMI calculator, and it's actually carrying out the same process. So here is the weight in kilogram, the height in centimeters, not in meters as we have done, but here it says here some information. If you are underweight, the value should be less than 18.5. If you're in normal, then it's between 18.5 and 24.9, and that's the case for our illustration. And if you are underweight, it's in between overweight between 25 and 29.9, and if you have an obese, then it's above 30. Now let's make just few adjustments to the code. So here, enter the weight. I should clarify for the user that the weight should be entered in kilogram. So that's what I'm gonna do. And here the height, it should be entered in meter. And also here, when I have seen the output, the BMI value was next to the message. Press any key to continue. So I need here to add an endl just to get the message on a new line. And let's compile the code. So Control F5. And I have again the output. I can retest the output once again. So let me put a new name. For example, Judy, and the weight in kilogram, it should be, for example, she is 50 kilograms, and the height in meter, let's put her height 1.7, and let's see, her BMI is 17.3. If I compare this value to the values in the website that I found, the BMI calculator, we'll see that this person is actually underweight. Try this code out and let me know if you have any troubles with it.